Breaking news off the top of tonight's sportscast. Adam Schefter has reported that former LSU left tackle and projected first-round pick Lyle Collins has been brought in for questioning regarding a murder in Baton Rouge of his former girlfriend. At this time, he is not looked at as a possible suspect, but we will continue to follow the story, so stay tuned to Tiger TV for any updates. What was one of the hottest teams in the country for much of this season? With a quick blink of an eye, it was a 3-game skid for the LSU softball team, and they are now tied for the 4th spot. And they look to get out of that funk in Game 3 against the Missouri Tigers. We head to Columbia, where there's no rain in sight for this one. LSU trying to pick up the final of the 3-game set before heading back to Baton Rouge. Scoreless game in the 3rd inning. Local product Bailey Landry with the infield single score A.J. Andrews, who had doubled, and now it is 1-0 Tigers. Still in the 3rd, 2 on for Sam Simmons. She laces a shot over the left field wall. That is a 3-run home run, 5-0 LSU. That is only her 6th of the season. Slugger Bianca Bell wants in on the fun, crushing her 15th bomb. This one is up and out. Now that's going to give the Tigers a 6-0 lead. That was her 40th of her career. The rout is on at this point, 6-0. Well, make that 8-0 now. As Dylan Sopak rips the gapper, she brings home those 2 more runs. And LSU is going to actually finish out this one 9-0. But a scary moment was going to happen in a little bit here as Bell, chasing after this foul ball, slides and gets out of the way. Looks bad at first. Bell pops right up with a smile on her face. LSU, though, is all smiles, crushing Missouri 9-0 in 5 innings. Rain, wind, tornadoes, and more rain. The aftermath of yesterday's storm left foul poles down at Alex Box and other damages, but quick work by facilities has tonight's game scheduled as planned with a few minor tweaks.
We're actually going to play with modified foul poles tomorrow night, but I think they're going to rig something up where maybe we get a little 20-foot extension, something temporary. They're also going to take down the windscreen on the playing side of the batter's eye, unless they feel that the wind dies down and then get somebody in to repair the one that's there now.
Top-ranked LSU Baseball welcomes in another SWAC opponent, this time in 11-36 Elkhorn State. 6:30 p.m. start, and coming off a weekend with their #1 battle versus the #2 Aggies of A&M and the #1 pitching staff in the country. But the Tigers are looking to keep the momentum going from that series win into another nationally ranked matchup looming this weekend in Starkville with Mississippi State. LSU has won 14 of its last 16, and hopefully this time around, unlike a previous WAC matchup with Southern, they take care of business from the start.
Yeah, especially after facing, some velo. They had guys with throwing 90, 95 with some real good breaking balls. I'm not sure what we're going to see tomorrow, but I know it's not going to be that. So it's an adjustment. It honestly is. It's I'd take hitting off of Texas A&M if I had the choice.
Then hitting 70, 80 mile an hour stuff.
Yeah, it's tough. Just like those guys in the big leagues that can't hit those slow knuckleballers or anything like that.
I can recall a game earlier this year against Southern that was a little bit testy for us, yes. And there should be a northerly wind blowing in tomorrow, which won't help the hitters much at all. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a low-scoring defensive battle tomorrow night. We'll see.
Former Lady Tiger All-American trackster Jasmine Stowers burst onto the international spotlight this past weekend when she hurtled her way into a world-leading time of 12.4 in a victory at the Drake Relays. This took place in Des Moines, Iowa, and could be a preview of the coming Beijing World Championships. Get this, it was her first championship in a professional event, and a new early favorite could be emerging for the 2016 Summer. With the NFL Draft just 2 days away, LSU cornerback and projected first-round pick Jalen Collins did himself no favors when reports broke of multiple failed drug tests during his time in Baton Rouge. Right now, the fifth-ranked cornerback going into Thursday selections. It will be interesting to see how this affects the draft stock coming off a surgery of a fracture in his foot. And finally, if you play fantasy sports online, there's a bill coming up this Wednesday that may interest you. It would make betting on fantasy legal, and right now, Louisiana and 4 other states have laws against this kind of gambling. Coming up after the break, how students studying for finals were affected by the weather. Stay tuned.